It's like, okay, cool, we have a quote for you. Unfortunately, we cannot cover you for.
We would like to offer you a health cash plan. They will pay you 8,000 rand for each and every day that you spend in hospital. And it doesn't matter whether it's a private or a public hospital.
What if you are hospitalized for mental issues?
Okay, for mental issues, ma'am, we do not cover mental issues.
Okay, then that's fine. I'm not interested. Hey Slayers, I hope you guys are fabulous. My name is Tumi and this is Young, Broke and Fabulous. If it's your first time here, you are not a Slayer. To become a Slayer, all you need to do is click subscribe and hit the notification bar and the all option so you don't miss a notification every time I post a new video. And if you're a returning Slayer, welcome back, babe. I appreciate you. So girls, okay, today I'm going to be doing another mental health awareness, mental health issues that are beyond the mental health issues themselves. And yeah, and I'm just going to be sharing with you my struggles with getting a proper life cover code just because I have bipolar disorder. Right, that's the world we live in. Mental health disorders have been there from I don't know when, but people with mental health are still being discriminated grossly. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I am not going to mention any of the names of the providers, insurance providers and life cover providers that I have dealt with, just for the sake of protecting myself. But I'm just gonna talk in general the experience, how many I've actually gone through without any help, and yeah, and let's just chat. If you guys let's just talk. I think the focus of this video is mental health discrimination, and if you guys have experienced such in your lives, please put in the comment section so that we can share, we can have a conversation about it. And yeah, it's something that hasn't sat with me well with me for a really long time, and yeah, I just wanted to talk about it and to make you aware that the struggles are beyond just what you might be aware of, and that's what's preventing a lot of people from actually disclosing their conditions and stuff because of such things. Cool, let's start with the video. It's not going to be a long video. I'm trying not to make it a long video, but it's just a chat. I'm just unloading from my chest, you know. How this started, when I got my first job in 2017, my mom suggested that I look for life cover. At the time, I didn't even have a car. So when you don't have any assets, you don't have anything, life cover is kind of okay. You are getting it actually for the people that are left behind, but obviously I didn't have any dependents whatsoever. But I did seek out and call to get a life cover quote. That was in 2017, and then they asked me all the questions and everything, and then I told them that I have bipolar disorder and I have been hospitalized for it before and everything. And then the guy was like, okay, glitches, they always glitch when you mention that, there's always this glitch. And then he glitches and he's like, okay, cool, okay, give me the rest of the details, let's see how we can work around that. I'm listening, and you know how long those calls are, guys. They are so long. Those calls are long. That's why if somebody's calling me and I'm not interested, I never even go beyond. I just say I'm not interested, we drop the call. I'm not even trying to give you my information, because the calls are not 2 minutes, they're 15 minutes plus. So now I'm taking my lunch, doing this whole process, thinking I'm gonna get a quote and hopefully get life cover. It's like, okay, cool, we have a quote for you. Unfortunately, we cannot cover you for like, I don't know, but I couldn't be covered, like I couldn't get full life cover because I've been hospitalized for my mental illness before. They could only cover me for accidental death. That's the only thing that they could cover me for, but anything else they couldn't cover me because I've been hospitalized for my mental illness. And that was that on period. Like, they didn't say like, oh, okay, this is how much it is. If you have a mental illness, maybe it's more, you get to pay more than like normal people and everything like that. They just said like, you know what, we can only cover you for accidental cover. So if you have an accident, you die in an accident, that's the only thing we can cover you for. I don't know why they didn't cover me for other illnesses, but I think my head just started ringing like as soon as they said that, and I just like became grossly aware of my situation. Like, I was just like, okay, cool, so this is my situation, I can't get life cover basically, like I can't. But at the time I didn't feel like it was a pressing issue and I didn't want to go through that again, so I just left it. Then then I started exploring it again after I've gotten my car. I was getting savings with like a financial service provider, like short-term ones and whatever. So they also said I should, like, they see I don't have life cover, so they told me to like get a quote. So again, I was like, okay, cool, if that's the case, let me do it, because I've been actually wanting to do it. Let me do it. And then obviously it's a long process. You answer 10,000, hey, your name was, hey, history, if you have like diabetes, all of those things. Then they're like, okay. So I see also this guy, he was actually manually doing it because he came to my work for us to like do everything. So he's like manually doing it, but I'm very attentive, like I'm following that, like he's just assuming some things are not. And then I stopped and I was like, no, I have a mental illness, I have bipolar disorder, and I feel like you have to include it, because should I die and it ever comes out, then it's a problem because I didn't disclose it and I was away. Like, if you were not aware of something when you took the life cover, then it's a different case. But I was aware of the fact that I had bipolar disorder. I had been hospitalized for it before, and I felt like I needed to disclose it. So I did. I disclosed it, and he was like, oh yeah, I can't give you this right away. I have to contact who to find out what we can do for you and stuff. I'm like, hi bo. Okay. Like, for me, it's never just an automatic, okay, cool, okay, let's get your banking details. This is your code, let's go on. They're like, no, let's contact who, and let's find out what we can do, whatever. Come back to me with the most ridiculous quote ever. Like actually, it's actually sad, but I took it anyway because I was just like, you know what, I'll just take this one and then explore different ones. So I did take it anyway. I really did take it anyway. And when I was taking my retirement annuity, the guy took my information, but because he wants to upsell, he also like brought up the conversation of life cover. And because he sees with my other provider, I'm not I don't have like a big amount in terms of the life cover, and obviously I hadn't talked about my mental illness, so he was like, I feel like this is not a fair quote, blah 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 blah. So we finished with the retirement annuity information. Then now we came to the life cover stuff. So he asked me all those questions that are necessary, sharp, and then it came to a point where I disclosed that, hey, I have a mental illness. Then somehow we circled back to only retirement annuity, and he didn't want to touch the life cover point anymore. So I was just like, okay, cool. This actually, the initial call was actually for retirement annuity. That's sorted. I know I'm good on that. Everything is done, signed, my papers sharp. Then one odd Saturday, I'm busy, I'm doing my makeup, I remember it was a Saturday, we were going to go somewhere, and I get a call from another provider who's life cover, insurance, all of that, you know, those financial services providers. So they call me, and to show that I am actually looking, I actually, once someone is saying like we have, like there's a life cover option, whatever, because I had just switched to the insurance, so they were like, did you know that you have a life cover option, and if you are insured with, like your car is insured with us, you get a certain discount, blah 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 blah. Like I don't even know if that's true, but I think it's part of their sales pitch. So the guy calls me, he's like, okay, takes all my information, and after taking my information, we get to the illnesses part. It's just a formality. We got there. I mentioned that I have bipolar disorder, pause, glitches, and then he said, oh, I'll have to find out from another department if, like, what to do in this case. I have to find out, but meanwhile, you mentioned that you have a husband. Would he be interested? You can't take life cover on behalf of somebody, but he was asking if we could connect the call to him, and if he's interested, he can take the life cover and everything. So, like, for me, I'm on pause. It's a question mark. I'm on pause because it has to be taken to another department. But I was like, okay, cool, let's see. For my husband, everything fills in, gives them, because it's a long call. I'm sure even goes to 1 hour, like maybe 30 to 45 minutes. Gets all his information and everything, and he's like, okay, this is your code. Very good code, guys. It was 4 times like what they offer me, but for 3 times less than like the premium that I'd have to pay per month. So you could imagine, and it was instant. And then he was like, he'll get back to me. Guys, it's been 3 months. Literally, it's been 3 months, and they've been taking the life cover like amount for my husband, and they never got back to me. And to make things worse, another representative from the same company called me. I don't know if that guy never put, or like that he called me, whatever. Another rep from that company called me, and I explained to him, I was like, you know, it's so exhausting because I have to do this again, because I'm really looking into getting another like life cover amount. The lady checks on the system, and he sees that the call was done, but this guy only put in my husband's things, didn't put in my things. So they were like, they don't have any information on me with regards to life cover things. So I'm guessing I was like, now I'm not gonna go through this, let's delete her information. At least I got my save from the husband. Sharp. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'll go through it with you again. Answer, long call. I remember I even had to park by the side of the road because I was just going to fetch an order of mine when they called me, and I was like, I don't want to drop this call because if I do, maybe they won't call me back. So I answer everything. We come to the issue of bipolar disorder. Ding 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 ding. They call another department. They're like, yeah, it's under code what. Ding 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 ding. Let's call whatever, there's a glitch on the system. Hey, like, but I'm telling you, she never gave me a direct quote. Like, she never gave me a quote. She just said, no, I have forwarded it to another department, and they will call you back once they've worked out a quote. To this day, Dolo, I haven't gotten any feedback, none whatsoever. I'm not even kidding you. That's my situation right now, and basically wanted to tell you and vent, and possibly somebody can tell me what to do in the comment sections, because I don't know what to do, and I literally can't lie and say otherwise, because it can affect me in future. So I can't lie, and I'm thinking I'm still going to buy a house, get bigger assets and everything like that. So life cover is a requirement if you're not buying things cash. but God willing, I hope I'm rich enough to buy my things cash. But if you are going to be in business or anything, credit is necessary. We live in a world that's geared around credit. That's why your credit score is more value than you having a lot of money in your account. We'll talk about credit score if you guys are interested at another time. Just put in the comment section. But I'm already thinking about those things in future, and if I can't get life cover for a decent amount, or I have to pay an arm and a leg just to get life cover that's equal to my husband or the next person, and I just feel like it's very unfair. And yeah, I know that's that's me on my struggles. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video and you are more aware of people's struggles out there, and you are more kind, and yeah, help me find a way to fix the system, because there's no way to fix the system. And with regards to the snippet of the call that you heard at the start of the video, it's another sales rep that called me to offer me this hospital cover. So you get paid every day that you're in hospital, blah 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 blah. And then she lists all the illnesses, which is basically all the illnesses that that exist in the world. But I was like, do you guys cover mental illness, like mental illness related hospitalization? She was like, nope. So you can see how rife it is out there. That's the situation. That's, yeah. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.